Yo, what's going on guys? JBH here and welcome to round 1 of the 2018 Formula 1 World Championship here in Melbourne. Now in yesterday's qualifying video I did explain why this game looks like a sort of 2018 version of F1 2017, but for those that didn't watch it, I'll explain it again. So pretty much we're playing on the PC, and one of the benefits of playing on the PC is that you can download third-party modifications to the game, of which some awesome human being has gone out and created a full 2018 mod for the F1 2017 game. So we've got all the new liveries, all the new drivers, all the new helmet paints, so everything just basically looks and feels like the brand new season of Formula 1. The only difference being is that we still have last year's cars, and of course the animations of some of the drivers are still from last year. So for example, instead of seeing Carlos Sainz like in the flesh, you'll probably see Jolyon Palmer or something from last year. It will just come up with the name of Carlos Sainz. So I thought I might just explain that and get that out the way. But without any further ado, we'll jump straight into today's action. So today the goal is to finish 9th. We did qualify 11th, which was a lot higher up than I thought we were, I'm not going to lie. We barely made it into Q2, but we are going to do our best to hopefully move up the field and into the points. If we can get points today, then I'd be really happy. All right, let's get racing.
It's out with the old and in with the new here at Albert Park as we usher in what we hope will be a triumphant new era of Formula One racing. For our drivers, though, it's very much business as usual as they look to be first across that line and get their championship off to a winning start. We go racing today then in the state of Victoria, where the drivers have 16 corners and 3.3 miles to navigate at an average lap speed of around 120 miles an hour. The close proximity of the barriers makes accidents inevitable, and recent history shows us that a safety car is not at all out of the question. Today's race, of course, not simply the start of a new season, but the start of a new kind of Formula One. Anthony Davidson, great to have you with us once again. This is a big moment for the sport. Big changes to the technical regulations. The potential, perhaps, to give us the biggest shake-up since 2014. Very different cars visually and, fingers crossed, much faster as well.
Good thing then that combined these teams put in just a shade over 13,000 kilometres on the clock during testing. The cornering speed of these new machines is absolutely unbelievable. How many lap records are still held by Michael Schumacher from 2004? Well, on the right day, on the right tyres, we might just be threatening them this year. Wider tyres, wider cars, more downforce. I have to say they look great, and the qualifying spectacle is undebatable. Now the big question remains, can they follow? Can they race? Or have these new rules gone too far?
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, and Kimi Raikkonen completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Ricciardo, Valtteri Bottas, and Verstappen, Hülkenberg, Grosjean, Magnussen, and Esteban Ocon, a Williams, Perez, Daniel Kvyat, and Palmer, Alonso, Sainz, Pascal Wehrlein, and Stoffel van Dorn, Ericsson, and Lance Stroll rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Okay, be wary of the cars ahead braking suddenly into one. We could ruin our race if we hit them. Good luck.
Alright, here we are on the grid, just about to set off on the formation lap. So here is the race strategy. Now I'm actually going to opt for the one stop. We are starting 11th, so we get brand new tyres for the first stint, of which I've chosen to go on the super soft and then onto the soft. The tyre degradation wasn't that high in practice, so definitely going to look at that. Alright. So I'm just thinking fuel. How should I go fuel-wise? So it's 29 laps. We will start slightly lighter. Car set up, we're under park firmly, so we can't change any of that. Alright, so there is the stint. So we're going to do 13 laps on the super soft, then switch onto the soft for a one-stop race to the end. So we'll just have to try and conserve these Pirellis for as long as we can. Alright, here we go. First race of the year. Let's get underway.
Everything looks good on the power unit cycle,
Alright.
so let's concentrate on bringing tyres and brakes up to temperature.
Practice start was alright. Just going to remember to hold that RPM where we did. So it's been quite interesting in qualifying for the most part. I went back and looked at the data of some of like the split times and whatnot, and it's not really data, but at the timing screens, and we're actually losing a lot of speed on the straights. Our speed trap pace is not too good, which is quite odd because I thought the Williams would be quite a bit quicker than some of these cars in a straight line, but obviously not. I just want to point out that this mod that I've downloaded doesn't change any of the performance of the cars, it's purely aesthetics. But I feel really confident with the handling, it's definitely quite stable. Just got to get through this first lap incident free.
The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
Got to get this start right. We are on the better side of the track. And we're away. A little bit of wheel spin. It's alright, decent start. Oh, there's a mess ahead. Oh damn, taking a shot to the side. It's alright, no damage. Oh, big dive bomb.
Alright, well done off the line. We're in a good position.
Alright, so let's tuck in behind the Renault. Very deep under brakes. This is the first time I've run in a pack, so I'm gonna have to get used to the aero wash for a while. Like there, for example. Oh, that one hurt. It's alright, we've got a good gap to the guy behind. I think that's a Haas behind me. Alright, head down. No challenge from behind. I'll put the fuel mag back. curb is vicious on the outside. So we don't have to worry too much about pace right now. We are on a slower tyre than everyone in front, so it's not too bad. If we can just hold on to the back of these guys in front of us, we should be good. It's just lucky we didn't get any damage. It was a side-on hit, so it shouldn't be too bad. Very wide. Should have to block here.
DRS is now enabled and will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone.
Haas is very close in behind us. Oh, something's happened up ahead. Made a lot of time there. Damn it, we're just out of DRS zone. Definitely quicker through some of these corners. I think I just over-winged the car with too much downforce. I mean, traditionally I would have thought this track's a very sort of downforce dependent track. You know, there's no real majorly long straights, but I suppose there's a lot of the sort of mini ones. Especially with these cars these days, you know, you don't require all that much downforce to get around the corner. Ah! Come on, this is using up too much tyre.
Okay, you're in the top 10.
Come on, Joseph, look forward, stop looking backwards.
Green flag.
Fucking hell, I clobbered that curb on the inside, didn't like that. We are in 8th. Did we gain a spot? I thought we came out the first lap in 9th. No, never mind. Ah, just outside the DRS zone again. Damn it. Ah, butchered turn 1. I know if I can keep some of these guys behind me, we should be able to beat them on a one stop. Too much curb. One in the pits. And that's an early stop. 2 in the pits. Ah, butchered it again. Come on, Joseph. Really desperately trying to stay with Hulkenberg. And keep Magnussen behind. Alright, so Magnussen's pitted, I think. Yep. Ooh. Screwed over there. Vettel is
Car ahead has gone in
gone.
to put on the ultra soft tyre. Car ahead is now running ultra softs.
It's alright, they're in a completely different race to us, so we don't need to worry about it.
Our gap to our teammate is 16.7 seconds.
Gosh, Hamilton's going to be on the back of us by the friggin' front stretch at this point. He's gained a second almost in just the first two sectors. I'm just going to let him fly past.
We're approaching the pit window. He'll be on the softs.
And look at that Mercedes fly. Cheers, Gonskis. Alright, so not pitting this lap, not the next one, but the one after. Definitely starting to feel that understeer now.
Okay, the gap behind is 3.1 seconds.
Oh, overslowed there. Come on, Joseph, focus. box this lap.
Right, coming at the end of this lap. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace. Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC ending. Wait for green.
Speeding in pit lane? What the fuck? How did I get a speeding in pit lane?
Complete, go now.
Okay, I swear on my life I was not speeding then, but alright. Need to go back and look at that one again. That's gonna hurt us big time.
Last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
That was my first virtual safety car on F1 2017. Well, this is my first race, and I tell you what, that was a lot shorter than a real life one. I must have just sped on the entry to pit lane because I was too focused on the delta of the sort of VSC that I wasn't really focusing on the speed on my pit lane entry. Oops, it's alright. We'll live and learn. Also, I could have saved quite a bit of fuel on that frickin' stop. Ugh. Oh, Jesus. Where did he come from? Oh, wow, what the fuck? So we're stuck with Magnussen again. See, we should have been in front of Perez. Fuck me. That pit stop has cost us big time.
The gap behind us is 6.2 seconds. Coming to the pits. Lance in the pits now.
Man, that sucks. All that hard work we did in that first stint was basically undone by that pit stop penalty. Yeah, we've basically been undercut by pretty much the whole field. Everyone from 8th to sort of 16th have just undercut us in that pit stop. tell you what though, Magnussen's not getting away with the ultra soft tyre, not yet anyway. And he still has to make another pit stop, so this could be good for us. I think I started out with a slightly heavy car than everyone else, so I think that helps us out a little bit as well. Yeah, he's getting off that option, right? That's ultra soft right now. Far out. Oh, we beat one of the Red Bulls out. I think these are the guys that are sort of going to the end.
Okay, car behind is now running the super soft tyre.
Yes,
the super soft on the car behind.
Force India. Ah. Just needed to use up a little bit of that fuel to get in. Oh wow, there's a Red Bull. Totally had no idea he was going to catch me up that quickly. Yeah, there goes Ricardo. Alright, so we're up into 10th now that some of the pit stops have rounded out. Brendan Hartley in the Toro Rosso behind us. We've been pretty much quicker than the Toro Rossos the whole weekend, so we're not going to worry about them too much. Come on guys, sort it out. Oh my god, what the fuck?
The front wing is damaged. Performance will be affected. We're considering switching to an alternate strategy.
Who the hell was that behind us?
Stick to plan A.
Hold on.
Understood, copy that.
Box this lap.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Fucking hell, I had no idea that was who that was behind us. I didn't think that we had anybody behind us. Penalty? What for now? I seem to be getting a penalty every 5 seconds. our way down now.
Go, go, go.
Fuck me, man. We had it so good. Damn it. I don't know who that must have been Brendan Hartley behind us. I didn't think he was right behind us.
At the current pace and fuel settings, we won't have enough fuel for the end of the race. Consider lowering the fuel mix.
Damn it. Now is when we need a safety car. Like, desperately need a safety car. I can't believe it. Definitely had a points finish on for today. Alright, we have officially been lapped. Lucky not to get another corner cut there.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. Yellow flag.
Oh, Ocon's out.
Some information on Palmer. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Alright, so that'll actually be signs.
Okay, clear. Gap to car in front is 5.1 seconds.
Definitely catching Stroll. Come on, frame rate. Oh no! Oh no! Last lap of the race.
We're seeing minor damage to the front wing. Be easy on the car till we get it repaired. We don't want to risk making this worse.
Last lap of the race, goes and spins it out. I was trying to get Stroll on that last lap, but couldn't quite get there. Alrighty.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
So there it is,
Well,
not
that's a
what we
disappointing
wanted.
result for sure, but we'll try to bounce back at the next one.
That was just a complete shamble, like an absolute shit show of a Grand Prix for us.
That's a fantastic performance from Ferrari. It hardly looked in doubt. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
Well, time management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
Here come our winning drivers then, out onto the podium at the end of a thrilling Grand Prix. The drama and excitement are over, and it's time to let it all sink in. Congratulations to our top 3 today. And after this round of the World Championship, Here's how things look in the drivers' table. Sebastian Vettel takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after that excellent result. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
Well, I think it has to be Fernando Alonso. He got the strategy spot on and consistently had the pace to come through as well.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Red Bull move to the top of the table. There'll be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you can join us at the next race to see just who will come out on top.
Alright, so here it is. Here are the final results. I mean, just a complete and utter shit show, to say the least. This was my first race on F1 2017, so I was sort of new to the virtual safety car, and especially since the last time I played some F1 games, it's been a sort of, well, there's a lot of things that are different. Like I set the pit limiter thing on, which confused me on with the virtual safety car. I was looking at the virtual safety car and not focusing on my actual pit speed, which gave us a time penalty, and then I think we got another 5-second penalty for contact when we sort of drove into the side of someone, which caused us to be back in 18th in the first place. I just had no idea there was someone alongside me, so I just need to start looking in my mirrors better. And for those that didn't watch my previous video, I explained it, but you probably might notice that I'm quite zoomed in on from like a field of view point of view. Like I sit further forward in the car, and that's because with the sort of the normal setting view where you have sort of your mirrors in view with everything else, I felt so far back, because I mean, I've driven real life open wheel cars before, and I felt so far back in this game that I couldn't see my apexes and everything seemed just backwards. So I zoomed forward, but from now on I just need to check my mirrors a little bit more, especially when pit stops are being made, because honestly I had no idea that guy was going to come out. I think it was Hartley, but we'll go and have a look at a replay in a second. But Vettel gets the win, Hamilton second, Ricciardo was third in the end, Alonso all the way from 15th to 4th on just that one-stop strategy. See, that's where we could have been, I reckon. I mean, actually I can't remember, I don't think we would have been quite that high, but I definitely felt like we could have been around this area. You see Bottas had some issues taking 3 stops in the end, Raikkonen as well, 3 stops. So they must have gained damage somewhere, but yeah, I mean, just look at that. Bad day for Williams. Lance Stroll's best time was a 29.8, so not a good run for us, and he only stopped once as well, so definitely need to get some improvements made to the car before the next round, which we'll go and do. Alright guys, that's definitely not how we wanted to begin the year in Formula 1, but unfortunately there's nothing really we can do about it now. Definitely not going to make some of those mistakes again. We learnt a lot, so we'll move forward to round 2, hopefully in a better sort of state of mind and be ready for some of the things that this F1 2017 game throws at us. Now, unfortunately, the schedule on F1 2017 in the career mode is, of course, last year's schedule, so it's going to be slightly different to this year. So in real life, the next round, I should say, is in Bahrain, but here on F1 2017 will be in Shanghai. So we'll be switching them around, and then we'll do our best to follow the rest of the schedule for the year in Formula 1. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. Sorry it was a little bit depressing there at times with all the issues, but I hope you guys like, subscribe, and stay tuned for round 2, where I guarantee we'll do our best to make it a little bit better than round 1. Alright guys, until next time, I'll catch you later.